your phone rings and it's a customer or a potential customer on the other side, that is like gold. That is one of the most crucial, beneficial opportunities that you're ever going to have as a roofing contractor.
Just answer the phone.
When people call your business, you have to answer.
Answer your phone. You would not believe how many customers we get just simply because we call back or we answer our phone.
So many times in the roofing industry, people complain about leads, but they have a voicemail set up and it goes straight to voicemail, or nobody picks up the phone. So that's one tip, is just make sure you're answering your phones all the time, preferably within 1 to 2 rings. Make sure you have, a way to gather information that seems professional, and then a quick follow-up to make sure that if you're not setting the appointment right there on the phone, you have someone setting it up within the next hour.
You gotta get the speed kills mentality. The kills mentality means you got to respond to that lead within 5 minutes. You don't respond to that lead in 5 minutes, it's dead. Statistically, it's dead. 78% of leads go to the first responder. So if you hear anything I say about our incoming call process, be first. If you're just basic and you're new to the game, 7 out of 10 times you'll win the job if you're the first guy that shows up.
If I tell someone, we'll get back to you in 24 hours and we call them in 10 minutes, hey, we're on top of things and we're prioritizing them, and it sets a great tone up front, and it's going to give us a great chance to actually close that deal.
Giving a good call intake to a customer cannot be understated. It's the first experience that they have with your company, and we always want to make it a worthwhile experience. We want them to remember us. Remember, like, we try to get everybody laughing, we try to get everybody talking, we try to pull something personal out of the conversation to tie us to them. It's something, I'll share something about my family, like, oh yeah, me and my daughter went, oh yeah, you live over by the park there. Me and my daughter went there the other day. Something to tie us to them anytime we can.
Be professional. Don't answer your phone. Hello? No, you gotta answer your phone professionally. That is the first experience the customer is gonna have with you, and they want to know that who they're planning to do business with is gonna act professionally.
Build trust and rapport more organically by setting an agenda, setting some expectations for the salesman to deliver on, which then puts a subconscious thought in the homeowner's mind that these guys and girls do exactly what they say they're going to do.
Is setting up a 24/7 dispatch service, like an answering service, so that when you are off the clock, people can still pick up the phone. It is extremely valuable that you pick up the phone. Do not have people leave messages at your business. It is not a good way to do it.
After hours, you have to have a reception service. We have Ruby receptionists. They are solid, very, very good company.
We only want to take our customers who we really want. So here's a tip I have for that. If the customer is in 45 minutes or an hour away, and you have metrics of that location, and your closing rate is lower in that location, instead of sending your sales guys out there and wasting hours on end of them driving there, doing the quote, driving back, when you know you have a lower close rate there, send the proposal up front. What we'll do is we'll run an Eagle View, load it in the SimoQuote, and we'll send it along. And then if they're interested, we'll come down, do the attic inspection, and go through the sales deck and samples and things like that.
The calls are recorded for educational purposes. Plus, we share the call with our project pro to help them understand the project better, and we don't suffer from third-party information.
But the bigger issue people don't think about is when you get to that point, you're already locked into a price. So what you want to start doing is offering all of the realtors in your network free pre-listing inspections. And the reason this is important is by going out, and it's a 10-second call, it's just educating them, say, hey, if I'm ever listing a property, shoot me a text, I'm gonna go check it out. Then you go look at it. If there's no issues, you write them up a little quick report that says there's no issues. If it comes up in inspection, they can say, hey, I've already had it checked out. But if there is, and there's storm damage, you might possibly get new roof, new siding, new gutters, new paint, anything that has storm damage. And by taking care of this before you list it, you can then list the house for more because you will retain all of the value of this work that you've just done. And if you get an entire facelift on a house, it's going to be more appealing and people are going to want to buy it. But what this does, it helps the seller to get more money, and it helps the agent to get more commission, and it helps them avoid any issues during closing.